Dr. Califf, in May of 2022, you made an appearance on CNN and claimed that the leading cause of death in the United States is, as you quoted, misinformation. Do you recall being on that interview? Do you recall making that statement? Okay. You're right, because the claim that you went on to say that in COVID, that you need to get vaccinated, saying, quote, somehow the reliable, truthful messages are not getting across, and it's being washed out by a lot of misinformation, which is leading people to make bad choices. Now, I'd like to draw your attention to a tweet that I know that you're familiar with. On the post forward, it says, "You're not a horse. You're not a cow. Seriously, y'all, stop it." Another sarcastic tweet from the FDA read, "Hold your horses, y'all. Ivermectin may be trending, but it isn't authorized or approved to treat COVID-19. The FDA put out these messages in 2021 and made similar posts on the other platforms to discourage people from using ivermectin to prevent or treat COVID. In January 2022, the FDA was sued by a number of doctors who claimed that you were practicing medicine as an organization. As part of that settlement, you were forced to delete these. Is that correct?
That's correct.
So, in fact, the U.S. Court of Appeals said the FDA is not a physician, and even tweet-sized doses of personalized medical advice are beyond your statutory authority. Is that correct?
That's what the court said.
Pretending to take that ivermectin is dangerous or claiming that it's horse medicine, would you not agree that that's the exact definition of misinformation?
I would not agree with that. There are very well done randomized trials showing no benefit of ivermectin.
And you knew that in 2021?
I was not at the FDA.
No, you didn't know that in 2021, and yet...
Excuse me, I was not at the FDA in 2020.
Dr. Califf, I'll ask the questions. Even to this day, you have to correct misinformation about ivermectin because you created a narrative that the product, which, let me ask this, ivermectin has had, it won the Nobel Prize, did it not?
Won the Nobel Prize for the treatment of worms.
In humans. In humans, right?
Worms in humans.
And next to penicillin and aspirin, it's considered one of the wonder drugs for use and its effectiveness in humans.
For
correct?
Treating a variety of infections that would commonly be known as worms, not for COVID. And it is a medicine for animals also. Both are valid uses.
Yeah. At the end of the day, you created, in my opinion, and I think that it's obvious because you're still to this day having to correct people who think that a form of treatment that has been used, how many times would you say historically has ivermectin been successfully used in medical treatments?
Successfully used for worms, but no effective treatment for
It's been administered
ivermectin.
in humans billions of times over the last, 30 years? Correct?
Again, for the treatment of worms.
Dr. Califf, let me ask this. What do you think that that tweets like this garner credibility to an organization like the FDA? Do you think that snarky tweets that I would think that my teenage daughters might write, do you think that that garners credibility with the FDA and the American people?
I can't really comment on that. And again, I wasn't at the FDA when that tweet was put out.
Well, I would, I'm glad that the courts told you to remove these tweets because it is snarky. I think it's demeaning to the American people and certainly demeaning to people, I believe, in my district.